Hey, what's up YouTube, Scabadger here, and we're back on day 29 of our 100 player fan game series. So 2 days have passed since we retreated from Spain, and Iraq has moved in and captured it all. On top of that, he's moved in and with paratroopers has successfully taken the islands we held in the Mediterranean. And these positions here have given him a good position to launch the attack we're currently witnessing now on my core territory. As we can see, Iraq has successfully captured Algiers, my capital, well, old capital. I moved my capital out of there a while ago because I anticipated that happening. With paratroopers and a food province to the left, and this has put me at a massive disadvantage. At the same time, he's captured Constantine. With these positions here, we're going to struggle to take it back. We have a large group of infantry, 20 roughly, in the mountains outside Algiers. However, there's no way we can use this to capture Algiers without his air force ripping it to shreds. What we're going to do here, team, is instead of trying to capture Algiers, we're going to use this opportunity while his aircraft are trapped in our mainland to destroy them and deal a killing blow to Iraq. So let's have a look at my plan for doing this. Ideally, I would like to do this with more equipment. However, given the circumstances, I am at a severe disadvantage. So as we can see, I'm moving rockets into position at the moment, and these are going to be used to target the paratroopers in Constantine and Algiers. At the same time, my last 5 paratroopers have snuck around the side to attack. My air force is currently distracting the Iraqi air force. So at the moment, those are my rockets moving into position. My air force at the moment is taking a hammering, trying to slow Iraq down and distract his air force, and this is what I'm doing at the moment. As far as he's aware, at this point he believes I'm offline. I'm only moving troops that need to be moved. So we're back a little bit later on day 29, and as we can see, we have failed in our attack. We are successful in launching an attack against Constantine, and we'll see that pretty soon that we're also successful in winning that battle. However, we were unable to capture Algiers at the same time. Despite launching 2 rockets, they were unable to take the damage. There we go, successful in capturing Constantine. They were unable to deal the damage that was needed to capture Algiers, and our paratroopers were slaughtered on the ground. So we were very close there to capturing Algiers back. However, at this point, we have been successful in pushing Iraq back to one airbase in North Africa. Considering he's now out of paratroopers for the time being, we have a good opportunity to, if he overextends again, push back and get him on the next round. And we're back a little bit later on, and before we get into this, I'd just like to apologize for the quality of the rest of the video. At this point, I was pretty much glued to my screen. There are a few screenshots, and these I've ripped from Discord to kind of convey the point of what was happening. So sorry for the quality of the video, but back to it. So at this point here, we can see that Torp overextended again and flew out to Constantine. Is that how you pronounce it? Constantine? I don't know, one or the other, to kill the paratroopers that had landed there earlier. Fortunately for us, he got distracted with life. And he patrolled there for a little longer than he should have, and we were able to successfully slip a paratrooper into Algiers. Now, unluckily for him, because he had naval bombers in his stack, it significantly reduced the range, and his planes were unable to divert to the air bases he'd captured from us in the Med, thus forcing him to land at Algiers, where our paratroopers had just captured the runway. So downing the planes is one thing, however killing them on the ground is another. We only have 1 paratrooper in the city, and that's not going to quite be enough to cut it. What we do have left though is some remnants of our air force, about 18 to 20 aircraft to be exact. Now the main role of these is more or less just going to be covering the city and making sure Torp doesn't get any more paratroopers in there, or his own air force isn't too tempted to get in there and attack. So I need my air force to make sure no more paratroopers can land. My own paratrooper is going to die, however his convoys cannot recapture the city. So as long as he can't get a troop into Algiers, he cannot recapture it. At the same time, we're going to be sending our navy, which is currently in the Gibraltar Straits, across to Algiers. Now this at the moment is over in the Gibraltar Straits because it's been killing convoys all morning that have attempted to cross while we have been dealing with Torp's air force. Now, Torp does still have a significant portion of his air force left. However, he tried using that on my navy to stop it from attacking convoys, and it failed horribly. So I'm hoping that by getting my ships back over to Algiers, I'll be able to bomb out his aircraft with artillery. So he does still have some troops in the province to the left. However, that's a paratrooper, and they'll be spending the next 4 hours turning back into a troop before it can take orders again. So I've got some decent time to get my ships across there, and that'll be what does the majority of the damage. At this point in time, as long as my aircraft can be successful in defending Algiers from incoming paratroopers, Torp does not have any way to get his planes out of there, and as long as he's stuck on the ground, I'll be building rockets to fire at them. So we're waiting for my ships to get back over to do all the damage. So sadly, this image here is actually where my recordings and, well, I guess evidence taking of the day actually end. So at this point here, Torp has successfully produced a armored car in the province to the left of Algiers and is deploying it to capture Algiers. So we're sending an aircraft at the moment to bomb it out and hopefully kill it. In this event here, I believe we were successful in killing it. As the day goes on, an anti-air gun we produced in Oran is successful in recapturing Orangeville with air support from our Air Force. We also are successful in getting our battleships back into range and killing the group of 34 convoys that are now on the ground. Initially there was 45 aircraft, however 11 of them died on impact and in combat with the paratrooper. So all in all, a very successful day in fighting Torpedo. However, we've still got a lot of work to do. So tune in next episode to see how we get on.